If you've frequented online horror circles as much as I have, it's likely that at least once or twice you've heard about disturbing or mysterious websites through videos, curated lists, or just finding them yourself. And if you know enough about website mysteries, it's likely that you've heard about a little website known as Enricks. In most videos that talk about Enricks, one thing is made clear: nobody knows the site's meaning or origin. But that's just not true, actually. But before I elaborate on that, for those who don't know, I should probably explain a little more. Enricks is, or should I say was, a website hosted on angelfire.com, a free website builder and host. I can't say for certain when the website was created, but it appears to have initially garnered attention back in 2017. It presents itself as a Thai medical website documenting a disease known as Enricks and its symptoms, as well as coining the term Gomex in relation to those suffering from Enricks. Going deeper into the website reveals something seemingly much more sinister than just a medical document, though. Clicking the presented image of a doctor repeatedly gradually corrupts the site, presenting ominous images such as this smiley face and a blue key, and strange messages such as "The dream is over, Tyler." Now, obviously nothing written here is actually true. Enricks and Gomex are not recognized medical terms at all. The Thai is completely broken from what I've gathered, and in reality it's all just a bit of unfiction. That being fictional storytelling intended to be set in our reality. I'm not sure that I'd call it an ARG necessarily, as it never really leads anywhere else, just being contained to the one website, though it did use elements from other ARGs, the Persephone number station from the show Lost's ARG in particular. Reception of Enricks at the time of its release was very mixed, to say the least. A cursory glance at the comments section of Scare Theater's video on the topic will show you exactly what I mean. While there are a few people who appear intrigued by the mystery, there's just as many, if not more, who are not only spiteful towards Enricks' quality, but what it represents for the general atmosphere of ARGs and internet mysteries at the time. Nowadays, Enricks isn't really that talked about, mainly limited to compilations of other creepy websites or internet mysteries, never really being given attention on its own. And now that we know what Enricks is, the question is... Though some people assume that Enricks remains a mystery to this day, that's simply not true, and is rather easy to disprove if you know where to look. Back in 2018, Rainbot made a video covering updates to a few different mysteries from the time. Momo, Sexy Girl Max 2019, and most importantly for our current case, Enricks. Here she actually interviews the creator of Enricks, a man named Paul Hubens.
Can you explain why the Enricks site was created and how you came up with this concept?
So the Enricks website was created as a sort of, it was just kind of something I was doing to mess around. I was bored one evening and I thought, hey, how about I create a weird website? And the whole Enricks thing was basically an old word that I took from something else from like 2001. It was this weird guy I used to talk to on the internet. And a couple of my friends knew about him, so we sort of had this sort of ongoing story.
From his description, the idea of Enricks originated from someone he and his friends once knew who would use the terms Enricks and Gomex himself, and grew to become an inside joke among them. Eventually, Paul designed a website using these terms in an attempt to freak his friends out of it by attaching a strange story to their joke, the Tyler mentioned on the site being one of these friends. This isn't it, though, as Paul has had a hand in internet mysteries before, adding further credibility to the story. As well as Enricks, he was also the originator of the infamous mystery of the Grifter, an alleged cursed video spoken about extensively on 4chan. I'm not here to talk about the Grifter, of course, but just know Paul has provided proof to back his involvement in it. And that's really all there is to the story. The original Enricks website has been down for a few years now, only really being accessible through archives. Paul himself is still around too, being a game developer these days. I'm not sure what his friends who the website were for are up to, nor the man who inspired it, but none of that's really part of the mystery here, and I would imagine they're all just living their lives as usual. Hopefully with that misconception about Enricks for whoever still might be curious about it is cleared up. Goodbye, good night, see you tomorrow.